As we rapidly approach the end of this challenging semester, the most important part of it still stands between us and a well deserved winter break finals. While you've likely taken final exams that have encompassed the entire body of material for a class, completing them in an online environment like this is probably uncharted territory for many of you. Luckily, with a number of WVU courses being offered online, being assessed remotely shouldn't be new for any of us. But while wise men say that it's practice that makes perfect, words of wisdom from upperclassmen who went through a finals week like this last semester couldn't hurt. So today, I'm here to offer my best tips for success in prepping for online exams that you could use this finals week and semesters moving forward. Because it's far more difficult to do well on an exam if you don't understand the concepts, I'll start by discussing how to optimally go about learning the material. My first piece of advice to you is to not overcomplicate the process. Prepare for closed notes and proctored online exams just like you would as if they were in person. The only difference between this type of exam and the regular exams that you're used to taking is location, nothing else. However, some of your professors may not choose to assess you this way due to the greater complexity of the circumstances. They may opt to give you more difficult questions and allow you to use your notes on their final. In this case, you can treat it the same as a regular in person exam, but if not, ensure that you have at least an understanding of the concepts you're being tested on, even if you're a bit foggy on specifics. If choosing the latter option, have a digital and typed copy of your notes either on a Word document or PowerPoint presentation so you can search for keywords you see in questions or problems. To do this, open the document and simultaneously hit the Control or Command if you're using a Mac and F keys and enter the keyword or words you want to search for. It will then take you to all the places that word or words are found in the document. This is a quick and efficient way to search through your notes without losing a lot of time. While finding the right approach to learning material is a crucial factor in determining success on exams, the way you set up your test taking environment can be the difference between letter grades. So I'll offer my biggest pieces of advice in creating a remote test taking domain to keep you as focused as possible. The most valuable way to start this process is to spend a few minutes thinking of how to orient yourself during the exam. Throughout our lives, we have been used to taking tests sitting upright in a chair, beside, or attached to a desk. While it may be tempting to get comfy and work on your bed, you won't be able to do so with the same efficiency. So, I recommend putting your laptop and other supplies on a flat surface accessible by a chair to simulate the normal test taking environment. Another tactic I like to use to try and recreate the domain of a regular in person test is to get ready and dress like I'm going to class. When wearing pajamas, our minds are conditioned to be in rest and relaxation mode, which is generally the opposite of what comes to mind when the word test comes up. So even though you may want to be lazy and possibly get that extra hour of sleep on test day, I advise you to make this extra effort, as it can make you more focused and efficient when those questions pop up on your screen. Thankfully, you get to have a break from being focused and efficient pretty soon. After finals week, you will have completed your first semester as a college student. You all should be very proud of yourself for overcoming the adversity you've had to. The transition to college is difficult enough in a traditional learning environment, but you all made it in the midst of some of the most unprecedented and unfavorable educational circumstances that college freshmen have had to work through. But that being said, your work is far from over. You all have many more concepts to learn and trails to blaze en route to getting your degree and going on to a career that you love. So let these next 3.5 years keep bringing out the best in you, just like this semester has. Thank you.